we get started, I just wanted to thank 2 of my wonderful subscribers that have recently donated to my PayPal account, Stephen Kirchin and Jody Grubbs. Again, so generous. I appreciate you guys so much. And actually, it's coming from Canada, so it's taking a while. I have invested in a real tripod, so I don't have to put this old one from my dead neighbor that collapses all the time and isn't tall enough on top of my box of unmentionables anymore. And it'll I can have the height be better when I'm trying on clothes, and it's really exciting. So thank you. Your donations are going to good use, and you're the bomb.com. Moo is back here being a little baby. And I have a book for you all today. I know these videos are a little weird, but it's an easy way for me to switch up from the whole Shein shopping addiction thing that's going on. So whenever I went home to Pennsylvania for Christmas, I made it a point to gather these. I have 7 of them. They are the teacher from the Black Lagoon series. So this is the original, I believe, and then the other ones are the school nurse from the Black Lagoon, the lunch lady from the Black Lagoon, da-da-da-da-da. And I really liked these whenever I was a kid. They're kind of dark as far as children's books go, but not super, it's not Goosebumps or anything. It's for little kids, but they're funny. And I don't know if people could technically get away with some of the stuff that's in these in today's day and age in children's books, but let's get started. The Teacher from the Black Lagoon by Mike Thaler, pictures by Jared Lee, Scholastic. Alrighty. It's the first day of school. I wonder who my teacher is. He's got a little doggo. I hear Mr. Smith has dandruff and warts. Body shaming. And Mrs. Jones has a whip and a wig. Is she a freak? It's because she's redheaded. Them redheads are always freaky. But Mrs. Green is supposed to be a real monster. Oh my, I have her. Mrs. Green, room 109. What a bummer. I sit at a desk, I fold my hands, I close my eyes. I'm too young to die. Suddenly, a shadow covers the door. It opens. In slithers Mrs. Green. She's really green. She has a tail. She scratches her name on the blackboard with her claws. Freddie Jones throws a spitball. She curls her lip and breathes fire at him. Freddie's gone. Look at that, brutal. There is just a pile of ashes on his desk. Dang, Freddie. Spitballs are pretty gross. I can't really blame her for that reaction. Talk about bad breath, giggles Eric Porter. Nerd. She slithers over, unscrews his head, and puts it on the globe stand. No blood. I bet she gives homework the first day of school. Your homework for today, grins Mrs. Green, smoke rising from her nostrils, is page 1 to 200 in your math book. All the fraction problems. What a monster. We've never had fractions, shouts Derek Bloom. Come up here, she beckons with her claw. Derek stands by her desk. This is a whole boy, she smirks. She takes a big bite. This is a half a boy. Now you've got fractions. Dora Doris Foodle cracks her gum. Pop. Mrs. Green swallows her in one gulp. No chewing in class, she smiles. Mr. Bender, the principal, sticks his head in. Keep up the good work, he nods and closes the door. I wish I could get sent to the principal's office. Let's call the roll, cackles Mrs. Green. Freddie Jones is absent. Derek Bloom is half here. Eric Porter is here and there. Doris Foodle is digesting. What about spelling, shouts Randy Potts. Spelling can be fun, beams Mrs. Green, wiggling her fingers at him. Abracadabra-kazam. That's tough to spell, says Randy. Suddenly there's a flash of light and a puff of smoke, and Randy's a frog. Zap. Penny Weber raises her hand. Can I go to the nurse, she whines. What's wrong, asks Mrs. Green. I have a huge headache, says Penny. Mrs. Green wiggles her fingers. There's another flash of light, and Penny's head is the size of a pin. Better? Asked Mrs. Green. Now it's nap time. Everyone who still has one, put your head on your desk. I hope I make it to recess. Sweet dreams, she cackles as I close my eyes. Suddenly, the bell rings. I wake up. There's a pretty woman writing her name on the blackboard. Ring. She has real skin and no tail. I'm Mrs. Green, your teacher, she smiles. What? I jump out of my chair. I run up and hug her. Well, thank you, she says. I'm glad to be here. Not as glad as I am. Well, that's the end. That was a quick one. What did you think about all of the death and violence? Did you like it? It's right up my alley, that's for sure. The question of the day will be, who was your worst teacher and why? Mine was named Mrs. Logan. Apparently, I used to come home crying a lot in first grade because of her, but I blocked it out. But I do remember her being a bit of a C-1D, if you know what I mean. She was old, and she was just like the kind of teacher that would put you in the chokey, like from Matilda, lock you in a closet when you were bad. I vaguely remember her actually doing that, but that could be fabricated. Who knows? But she had like one favorite. She liked Jamie. Jamie was her little prize, but everybody else she treated like garbage, especially me. Anyway, do you have any Mrs. Logans in your classes growing up? I mean, look on the bright side. Depending on how old y'all are and how old they were, a lot of them are probably dead. But so, on that note, I hope that y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week, weekend, whatever it is, and love ya. Love y'all.